Hey guys, JH, welcome to Practice Tea. Okay, from now on, because channel lock is basically developed and formulated and packaged in terms of all the geometry and the mechanics, what we're going to do from now on with the videos is just go over some other not old areas but just other areas and concentrate on some finite detail of specifics of swinging, maybe even different clubs with channel lock. Now, a number of people have asked or have mentioned or have indicated that they don't hit their drivers proportionally as good as they hit their other clubs with channel lock. Now that I can understand that, because with channel lock, because we're playing the ball here instead of here, the discipline required to keep the body from moving over what I call its impact position of rotation, and that is your body has to be in a certain position, and that is your shoulders closed when you hit the ball with channel lock to start it in the same direction all the time. Now with the driver, because the driver is longer, it's generating more velocity. There's more pressure and more pull on the body to get rotating. And I'm going to struggle again today, guys. I'm still not totally recovered yet, but I'm on my way. So if I'm coughing and spluttering, I apologise. Yeah, so because the ball is so far back, you only have to have a little bit of this, a little bit of getting this center of rotation, just a little bit in front of the golf ball when you hit it with the driver, and you won't flight the ball. You won't get it up in the air and you just won't hit it correctly. So to explain that, or to really, well, I guess explain it, to really put it in context, what we've got to do is, once we get here and we've got this alignment here, now see how that shaft essentially is straight up and down? It as a feeling, you want to get it so that it feels like it's in line with your trail leg. Okay, your trail leg's bent in a little bit, but feel like the shaft is as perpendicular as you can get it, or as vertical as you can get it. The reason you have to do that, guys, is because when the ball is back off, and this has all been done before, but all the learning process, you know, we skip a lot of things when we're learning, and there's a lot of information. But I've said this before and I've explained it before. But with the driver, what we've got to do with the driver all the time is utilise the proper loft that's on the golf club. Now this one's a 9 degree, but I'm saying that for people that are learning channel lock, you can better off. And when we were working early on with channel lock, I had a Taylor driver that I had adjusted to 11.5 degrees because the ball was back a long way, and at that time I hadn't developed the ability to get the shaft as perpendicular as I can and put the right loft on the ball. I had a little bit of shaft lean on it, which was taking a bit of loft off the ball, off the club, and it was hitting the ball too low. So we just lofted up initially to take that mechanical difference out. Now, when you're learning, if you've got an adjustable driver, just loft it up a bit, loft it up to 11 degrees or 12 degrees, and just try it. Because what you'll find when you first start hitting, guys, no question, is that you will de-loft the club because the ball is so far back. But what we have to do with channel lock is that we don't want this relationship. Like with a normal driver up front here, we've got sort of this straight line relationship with the club. So everything's in line. But with channel lock, we want this configuration, in that we've got this half of a Y. That's part of a Y, and that's the other part of it. The other half is it. But we want that. We don't want that, because as soon as we do that, guys, from a back ball position, apart from the club aiming itself like 40-50 yards right, as soon as you do that, you're just taking loft off the club. So what you have to do is propagate the feeling of the club just being vertical when you come in here. Get it vertical here. Now, in order to do that, see where my lead arm is? It's over my trail leg. It's not here. It's actually over my trail leg. Here. Now, the good thing about that is that I've got exactly the loft on the club that it's designed to work with, and the club face is pointing directly at my target. And while I'm on this, what we have to always remember, guys, that this is an in-to-out golf swing in the channel. Our intention is to swing into out with the shaft and the arms, but the club face always releases to the target. So everything's going that way except the club face. The club face is going that way. The arms and the shaft go there as a feeling, but the club face goes there. Because if you take everything that way, guys, you're just going to hit the ball straight right. The ball will just go forever right, because the club face is pointing out there. So you have to release it. We're moving it that way, but the club face has got to release towards the target. So we're throwing the shaft that way, but we're rotating the club face that way towards the target. Now, getting back to the structure for the driver, you've got to try and feel that the shaft is as perpendicular as possible. We don't want to have that. Now, by setting up with this configuration here and the shaft with what my great mate Martin Ayres, he coined a word, and we don't even know if it's a word. It was perpendicularity. He said to create perpendicularity and to create it in channel lock, we've got to have this configuration, because as soon as we move this arm into a line, into a straight line here, we've lost that that 90-degreeism look. We need to have the shaft. Basically, if it was put in a device, in a clamp or whatever, or a jig, it would be there. Now, the way to feel it, guys, is get the driver like that off the back foot, just put it there, and then configure yourself to the driver. What do you have to do to configure yourself to the driver? If I've got it here and it's off my back foot, there, and the shaft is there, I have to do this. My trail side is already under the ball. It's already back and under. So I've got to bring my lead side out, which is going to shut the shoulders, and get the lead side up. So do this, guys. Get trail foot, driver there, perpendicularity here in the right hand, then just bring the trail side across. The lead side, the lead shoulder across and high and over the trail side. The trail side is here, it's down and back. We want the lead side to come in here. Now, I've already got my grip all sorted out before I get to the golf ball. But for you people learning, you can try that other stuff. But I take it here, I grip it here, and then I get that configuration and I put it there. I put it there. Because I like to have my grip already set. As soon as I've got that lead hand on, my lead shoulder's up and my trail side is under, which is where I want it to be. But guys, you will not flight the ball. You won't get the ball in the air, and you won't get any decent release on it, and you very rarely will have an into-out hit if you don't get this configuration going here. We need to feel that. And now the other thing, guys, is that in firing the club towards the ball, the only thing that goes towards the ball is the club. We don't want to go towards the ball. If you go towards the ball here, you can never release it. You've got to stay back. You've got to keep this trail axis back here and fire the hands away from that trail axis, as if this was just a structure that's there. It's welded there or cemented there. It doesn't move, and the arms just fire away from it. And this structure is quiet. This is the quiet body and the active arms. And guys, I haven't hit any shots today. I just came out here. I wasn't even going to do a video, but I wanted to get this this driver thing put to bed. So the good thing about channel lock, I know that my swing's going to be okay, even first hit of the day, even with a driver, because I've got the program, I've got the imaging. So I do this, guys. I've got it set there. I get my grip here, and I've got that perpendicularity. See, I've already got this angle here. Look at this. It's already there. It's not there. It would be there if I was playing a ball from a normal position here. I'd be in behind it here, and we'd have that lead arm up there, and we'd be firing it that way. But we don't do that with channel lock, because we don't want to have a potential for the ball to go left for a right-hander, a pull or dragged shot. Okay, so there's a tree up there and an out-of-bounds fence about 15 yards to the right of it, and hit the ball between those, or in that alley. So here it is, guys. Look, there's the club there. Here, first shot of the day. And not super long, because I'm tight, and that was just the first swing of the day. But dead straight, and in the middle of the golf club. And the ball's gone exactly where I wanted it to go. Arms out there, club face releasing that way. And the only thing that goes towards the ball, guys, is the club head. You've got to stay back. Now that's a short little tight golf swing, because I haven't hit any shots, but it's dead straight, and it's gone exactly where I want it to go, with the right height. That's just perfect. Wow, is that a good shot? Guys, that's 1 foot perfect. That's that's basically within a couple of feet of where I aimed it. And it was good flight, nice high ball flight, and good solid contact. And that's the great thing about channel lock. Haven't hit any shots since the last video. Come down here, I know what it's going to be, even as stiff and rigid as it is. So look at this, guys. Look. Well, JH, if you stay here for the rest of your life and hit shots, you won't hit a better one than that. You just won't hit a better one than that. I'd be happy to hit the ball like that for the rest of my life. No changes, nothing. That will do me forever. Because that was in the middle of the club. So let's recap. Try and get the shaft as perpendicular as you can. If you can do it by taking your grip over here and have this angle, bring it in, put it down on the right foot here. Lead side high, trail side low. Channel lock is such a repeatable golf swing, guys. Such a repeatable golf swing. It's just stood the test of the original claims I made for it, that it would be a repeatable golf swing. Now guys, I'm playing with a short driver, it's 41 inches long. Now if you have a longer driver, and a very important point here, with the driver, with channel lock, you want to have the same feeling of compactness and closeness to the ball with the driver as you have with the irons. You want to have the same arm configuration. You don't want to get the driver and come in here with the driver and do this and reach out. Now as soon as you do that, you've compromised your balance and you've upset the configuration and positioning of the trail vertical axis, because you're losing your horizontal and vertical center of gravity's balance factors, their equilibrium positioning. So the point I was making there is, if we have an iron, it's a 5 iron, if we have an iron and we set it up here, look where my arms are. See where they are here? They're not out there, they're here. They're in here, because I like to keep my arms close to my body so I can swing the club close to my body. Now see where my arms are there? Look. Now we don't want to change when we get the driver and go here. Now as soon as I go there, I feel a propensity for the weight to move there. Now as soon as it moves out there, it's going to be hard to get it going that way in the backswing. So this is where I have my arms configured for an iron here. Trail arm under the lead arm. The same thing, exactly the same thing, guys, should happen with the driver. Nothing changes. We come in here, there. I'm not pushing out to the ball. I'm not getting in here and getting out here. I'm in the same position, here. Now what I do as an idiosyncrasy is that and you probably noticed, I start the club in here, I have the toe inside the ball. Because I know on the downswing, my arms are going to stretch on the downswing. And if you just try it, guys, if you put the club inside the ball here and then swing, you'll find that you will swing into out automatically. Because you'll know from a physicality point of view and from a mental requirement understanding or application, that you know that the club's inside the ball, so you've got to swing out to the ball. So if it's inside the ball, like this, you've got to get the club back to the ball out there. So you're not going to do that to get it out there. You'll just do that to get it out there. You'll just fire it from inside to out, from inside to down to up. That's how you'll swing the club. That's what I do. I mean, I just do that. That's an idiosyncratic thing for me. I'll just hit one on this line here. Now I always get, a slight draw with every shot I hit, because I hit into out and my club face is a little close to the path. But it's always a little push draw. It just always is. They can say what they like with the new laws of golf, but I spent a few days with a robot once, and every time we set it up into out with a closed club face, the ball started right and came back. It never started left off the club, ever. Not once. Not once. So they can say what they like. I know, I've done the test. And that's how I play. And that's how Nicklaus and Watson move the ball. Path and face. They did all right. And I know what people will say, oh, they didn't really know what they were doing. I can tell you they did know what they were doing. Okay guys, so here we go. This is the configuration here. See, the feet are down. Arms are just swinging away from the body. Ball can never go over here, guys. Yeah, so try and get the shaft perpendicular. solid shots. So what more can I tell you about that? Yeah, so it's important not to stretch. Just try and get your arms in the same place from the wedge through to the driver. That's what I do. I have my arms in exactly the same place. I don't move them out, back or forwards. I just don't do that. All right, you're warmed up now, Jay. Just give it a twist. Wow. Wow. And guys, it's very much a golf swing where we want this trail axis to stay back and we want to swing away from that trail axis. We don't want any of the trail axis going towards the golf ball. We don't want this happening. We just want this happening. Trail side stays back, arms, hands, club head go towards the ball. Yeah, towards the ball. Now guys, a slinging draw. Wow, that's a good shot. I really release that into out. I'm a little downhill here, so just tending to fall back a little bit, so it makes me release the ball really hard, club really hard. That's a lovely shot, that. Guys, I haven't hit balls since I was on the video last time. Nice shot. Yeah, so look at the configuration here. It's this type of configuration. Club's almost in line with the trail arm here. And that's how I keep the loft on the club. Wow. Wow. Guys, it's just a free arm swing and a quiet body. Steve Walters' terminology of swing like a monkey. Guys, have a look if you haven't already. Steve Walters is big Bayou Golf on YouTube. He's Bayou Golf, and he's Big Steve. I call him the Big Bayou, and he coined the description of the tag swing like a monkey. He's actually going to have that little logo on his Bayou Golf site, and I think it's cute. But he's just saying swing like a monkey. Get the arms just swinging independent of the body, which is, you know, there's so much of that in channel lock, in that we want quiet body and active arms. Okay, last shot. You keep saying that, Jade. Last shot. Come on. Here. See, the feet are down now, guys. That's a really high power draw, because I'm a little bit downhill. But I want to say, it just starts right and comes back. Just starts right and comes back. Last one. This is the last one. Okay guys, so that's, I don't think I can tell you any more than that, but feel free, if you're not sure with what I'm extolling, just put it on my channel and just ask the questions for the verification. Okay guys, if the sun's in the right place, I might hit a few downrange. Sky's not bad. Yeah, I'll just see what the sun's like.